comedian comes to us from Mr. Crowley's house in Seattle, Washington. And they come from Seattle, Washington. Please welcome to the stage Ian Vasbinder.
I'm going to be a much different energy than the last comic. How are you doing?
Doing well.
I don't care, I'm too depressed. I'm feeling really depressed because one of my friends, before the show, they're talking to me and they use the term helicopter parents, and they know I hate that term. I hate the term helicopter parents because when I was a kid, my dad actually bought a helicopter and I haven't seen him in forever. Been alone all my life, all through my childhood, all through now. I'm single. The only relationship I've ever been in was an online relationship. And to a lot of people, the weirdest part about that is that you never met in person the person that you're dating. But to me, the weirdest part was the pregnancy scare. I'm very pro-choice. I feel like all parents have the responsibility to raise their kid to meet their potential. And all kids are just potential ghosts. I had to go in for an STD check the other day. Being responsible, who does that? Not enough people in this room. Not enough. Get checked. At least once a year. Do yourself right. So every 6 months, that's better. They're more responsible than I am. I went in, I've made 3 mistakes. 3 very important mistakes when getting an STD check, which all of you should take heed and not commit these mistakes. The first one, I Googled where the nearest Kaiser Permanente to my house was. And it turns out it was a pediatrician's office. The second one is that there was a trainee in the office that day. And you never want a trainee in the office when you're having your STD check, because then it's just a guy standing over the doctor's shoulder with a clipboard, taking notes the whole time. Oh, it's a very judgmental feeling. The third mistake was that I still went through with getting the STD check on that day. I took work off, I wasn't going to miss that. So I go in, and I'm talking to the doctor, and I'm explaining to him what's going on. And he looks at me and he goes, "Ugh, you want me to look at it, don't you?" Not the attitude you want your doctor to have. That's from mistake 1. Should not have gone to a pediatrician. So I tell him, yeah, that's kind of what I'm here for. And he's like, well, get it out. Again, I was like, man, this is $300. This is a lot worse customer service than I thought. So I get it out, and he looks at it and he goes, it's not herpes. And I'm like, well, you're just looking at it. And he's like, fine. And he puts on a glove and he pokes it. He pokes my penis. And he goes, did that hurt? And I'm like, no. And he's like, well, it's not herpes. And I'm like, is that all the testing that there is? For $300, you look at it and you poke it? And he goes, listen, kid, not all penises are perfect. I was fucking devastated. I left that doctor's office like, man, I wish my perfect penis had herpes. Some of you are looking at me like, dude, what's going on? You don't have herpes, that's the good thing. And I'm like, yeah, but now I gotta go through life knowing in the back of my mind at all times that I have a doctor-rated subpar dick. And that is on my medical record, because I know, because the fucking trainee wrote it down. I was feeling so depressed leaving there, feeling so depressed. I got on a bus labeled to terminal. Thank you. Have a good night.
applause for Ian.
Is that Pokemon?